Salutations cyberspace, and welcome to the digitalart channel. I'll be doing the totally smart move and putting my high school art on my YouTube channel, and in this Let's Draw we're going to be redrawing that old high school art into my modern art style. So let me go on and make myself vulnerable on the internet. So I'd like to present to the internet and the JCal universe a piece of artwork from my high school days. And here it is in its full DeviantArt looking, 2010s looking, weirdly proportioned weeby glory, and it should be put in every single art museum for all to bear witness to. Despite the self-deprecating joke, I do appreciate this piece of art and a lot of my old high school art because we all have to start somewhere, right? And so I think if you're able to look past the initial cringe, you can take your old artwork and compare it to how you draw now and just see the growth that you have done in your art journey. And so, yeah, this is kind of cringe looking at it, but I have definitely improved since then. And looking past the cringe and the immediate comparison to how I draw now, it brings me memories as far as where I was when I was drawing this. So, sorry for the clickbait title, but I didn't draw this exactly in high school. It was actually right after high school. I was making money from my first job, and I was able to buy clipstudiopaint and the Wacom tablet and pen with the money I made from the job. So, you know, I got satisfaction of being able to buy something I always wanted with my own money, on top of being able to use the digital software that I've always wanted to use. And I'm pretty sure any older millennial, or rather older Gen Z, young millennial, that type of age range where we drew paper and pencil for the longest time, then we saw early 2000s, late 2010s YouTube with the digital artists using clipstudiopaint, Paint.sci, and creating the beautiful art with those softwares, and our teenage selves went gimme, 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 and I was able to get it after high school. And I absolutely made a very good investment because, as you can see, I still use clipstudiopaint till this day, but I draw on the tablet version. So in the picture, I have a Koopaling-like character on the left side, and then an old OC of mine on the right side. They're both having kunai in their hand concealed, and they both know that they have that kunai in their hands, and they're basically ready to fight when they feel it's a appropriate area to do so, ninja style. So that was basically what I was trying to draw here. And I am just shocked by how the Ninja Turtle concept has stuck with me even before I made a YouTube channel, because everyone in the JCal universe knows this, but any new viewers, I have the Ninja Kappa, and these are original characters I literally designed on this channel through multiple YouTube videos. Yes, YouTube somehow inspired me to create OCs, but looking back at this picture, it seemed like that concept of like some turtle-like ninja characters, or like legally distinct Ninja Turtles, like that stuck with me even before I made a YouTube channel, so that was kind of shocking. And then the character on the right is an old OC that I had back like in high school, a redhead, and originally she was like supposed to be a superpowered maid, and like that was probably a concept I gathered because at the time, again, I was a very big weeb in high school, so I used to borrow my friends' mangas of Sailor Moon, so that was probably the inspiration. But then I had a phase where I tried to make her a ninja. It was a whole thing, but yeah, like that's the description of the drawing. And so I'm basically trying to reinterpret this picture that I created in high school using my own original characters now. And I also picked this picture because like these old OCs kind of are my new OCs. Like there's like a pathway of how, you know, these OCs became the OCs I have now. It's just very strange looking back at your old art. So I'll be redrawing this high school picture with my new, technically not new OCs, and I'll get to that later. So instead of these two on the old picture, I'm going to be drawing Sanji and Amani, and only Sanji and his brothers are ninja. Amani is not a ninja whatsoever, and they're not about to fight each other. Sanji's just gonna have a little talk with Amani, because the context behind this picture I'm drawing is that Amani saw Sanji and his Ninja Kappa brothers doing some ninja stuff, and they were able to see Amani, who saw them, so they have to go down there and make sure she doesn't spill the beans on what she saw. And with time, she'll be friends with them like April O'Neil and see how having Ninja for friends is actually pretty cool. And I say that Sanji and Amani are technically not new OCs because I've come to realize, looking at my old high school art, how my OCs basically have shifted around and not really changed too much. So let me start off by saying in high school, I had 4 characters in my main OC lineup. So there is a redhead named Hinata, a pink-haired girl with like pigtails named Sakura. Yeah, go figure. And then I had 2 Koopaling like characters as well. And you know, Sakura was this shy girl who didn't like to get into conflict and is basically very skittish. And I come to realize I've given a lot of the same personality traits to Amani. So Amani is just basically a revamped version of Sakura, and also me getting out of the sunken place as well when it comes to my characters and, you know, not having any black characters in my lineup. And then again, like Sanji and his brothers, it's just amazing how the whole concept of Koopa like ninjas has stuck around even before I made a YouTube channel. So that's what I mean by these OCs not being new. So if the voiceover is matching the recording, I should be coloring the picture now. And so in this revamped version of this high school picture, I'm going to color in a manga-like style. So I'm going to be coloring with chrome colors, white, black, and various shades of gray. And I'm going to be having a manga gradient for a background in this panel, considering that this is supposed to be a shocking moment. And, you know, there's going to be Japanese style exclamations because Sanji teleports right behind Amani and she has her oh shit face because she didn't know that Sanji can do that as a ninja. And I'm going to be coloring it this way because this is just in reference to the time I was in when I drew the original version of this picture. Because all throughout high school, and anyone else in the comment section, you let me know if you did this. I'll get a notebook, especially those notebooks with like 400 pages or something, with the yellow pages dividing up the pages. I would literally use that whole notebook for a comic. I would start from the back, draw on that first sheet of paper, a comic panel, and literally draw all the way to the other cover and create a whole comic you can read using that notebook. And I'll also have a sketchbook I would carry in, you know, high school where I would draw OCs, or if I had like building ideas or something, I will draw it in there so it can be ready to be able to be copied into the actual comic notebook. And so if you had comic notebooks like I did, again, let me know in the comment section, but those were the days. And I am glad I kind of developed a style more unique than the anime art style I started with, because I know this may be controversial, but the art teacher who gave you shit for drawing any anime art style does have a point in exploring other art styles and letting those influence your work, because at least for me, you know, drawing outside the anime art style has helped me craft my own unique drawing style that I feel is just different from everything else. And I just like that I have my own little JCal style. And let me clarify by saying that there's no shade to anyone who likes anime or draws in the anime art style. It's just not something I personally prefer anymore. And hey, I was a big anime fan growing up as a teenager, and I still kind of like anime now, just not full-throatedly like I used to be. So please don't take it personally, especially because I went from being an anime crazy to a TMNT crazy. Especially because looking at this drawing that I did back in high school has me kind of psyched out, because I basically had legally distinct Ninja Turtles even before I made a YouTube channel. And this is especially considering that at the time I drew this high school drawing, I never watched TMNT. I've had family say that I did when I was a kid, but I couldn't remember it at that time. And, you know, I was a weeb, so I was watching anime all the time. So I don't know how TMNT crept into my brain and made me draw effectively like the Koopa Ninja guy on the left, but it happened. So everyone is a freak or obsessed with some type of thing, I guess, and for me it's Ninja Turtles. But yeah, as you can see with this video full of jokes and laughs and nostalgia trips, I think for artists it can be very useful looking back at our old art, especially when we were kids, because like it can bring all sorts of beautiful memories, as you can see in this Let's Draw. And I know, especially when we're teens, we know how it's like being a teenager, so our drawings may reflect that, and it can be very cringe, and you just look at even a little piece of your teenage art and go, ugh, and reject it immediately. But I think, being able to get past the cringe can lead to kind of cool moments like I've had throughout this Let's Draw. And I'm actually quite happy I was able to take a trip down memory lane and basically show how I've grown since then. So on to the finished picture.